What is going on, brothers and sisters? Eric Rosen here, your internal strength coach, here to show you how to overcome your greatest challenges so you can shine your brightest light. I still am offering the coaching to help you out with your health, your lifestyle, relationships, emotions, spirituality, etc., etc. Also still offering the personal training, especially if you're in the Freeburg or Fallon area. Shoot me a message if you're interested in any of those things. So as promised, I wanted to get into the topic today of the mind. Now this is a really big subject, so I had to kind of condense it down, but what I came up with today for you is your thoughts creating your reality. Okay, so what do I mean by that? A few examples. Let's just take the subject of dancing, for example. All right. Depending on who you talk to, some people like to dance, some people do not. If you ask a dancer, like, what's dancing like, they'll tell you it's fun, it's awesome, you know, you're in the moment. You ask someone who doesn't like to dance, what's dancing like, it's like, it's uncomfortable, it seems really complicated, and yeah, just no, I don't dance. Or, you know, maybe the rich businessman that lives here in America and the guy that lives, you know, in like in a you know, kind of, you know, impoverished country, but you know, the guy in the third world country, you know, has things that he needs, like the basic necessities. He has food in his stomach, he has water, he has, you know, air, he has his friends and family, he has, you know, even hopefully a sense of purpose, and he views his reality, you know, as one of abundance. You know, all of his needs are met and he sees the world as a beautiful, plentiful place. You know, the rich businessman who may not necessarily be grateful for just having the basic things sees his reality perhaps as very competitive, very cutthroat, you know, always looking at the world as, you know, risk, opportunities, and really just, you know, looking at the world as more survival. So he's seeing, you know, the world is more of a place of limited resources. So, you know, depending on what your perspective is, you know, your thoughts around these things can totally change, you know, how you view this reality. So, you know, where does this divide, you know, come in? I mean, the thoughts, they're always going to pretty much originate from, you know, whatever experiences that you've had growing up. So, you know, just, yeah, your upbringing, you know, what happened as you were growing up. You know, what was the environment that you were raised in? We just talked about the businessman. We talked about the guy growing up in the other country. You know, two totally different environments. You know, how was it with your parents, your friends, your peers? Now, this isn't to say that, like, you know, people are unlucky, but it kind of puts people at a predisposition as to, you know, how they can kind of start to view their reality. So, yeah, your thoughts create your reality. You know, you know, what are a couple other examples? The Matrix, the movie The Matrix. You know, your residual self-image, you know, is just a mental projection of yourself. Or if you want to go like way back, you know, Descartes said, you know, I think, therefore I am, and I believe that's what he meant. So, you know, rather than, you know, fall into this you know, victim trap of letting your, you know, thoughts, because I mean, they can be really positive, they can be really negative. I think you need to just stop and be like, you know what, no, this isn't necessarily true. You know, I am powerful, I can manifest, and just realize that, you know, these thoughts do create your reality. So, you know, what's another example? We talked, you know, there's this kind of old legend, and I'm gonna just kind of paraphrase it. If you're more interested in checking it out, look it up. But it's the one you feed. Okay, it's, you know, this is essentially a light wolf and a dark wolf, and you can feed, you know, this darker shadow side of yourself, you know, with these negative thoughts about your reality, or you can feed, you know, the light side. You can feed the side of you that's basically it's your soul, you know, it's aching to like live the life that you want to live. Okay, so this is, you know, the action item for this is affirmations, and I kind of alluded to this in the shadow work video, but affirmations is essentially where you can take whatever thought that it is that you're having that you don't like, that's of a negative variety, and basically just flip it around. Okay, so if you say, I'm ugly, flip it around, I am beautiful. And of course there's things you can do beyond that to teach yourself that that's actually true, like self-love techniques. But what's another example? I'm alone, no one cares. And flip it around, like there's an abundance of love available in the world at all times to me. Okay, so you can do this on the spot. You can do it like when it's happening, or if the things that are happening to you, like the thoughts that you're having that you're tired of having all the time, get out a fucking piece of paper, draw a line down the middle of it, and on the left side write down what those negative thoughts are that keep coming up, and then on the right side just flip it, do the inverse of it, just the complete reverse of whatever negative thought it is that you're having. So this positive self-talk really does go a long way. Now again, like the shadow work is still important, so I still think both of those things need to be paired with it. It's like a car when you want to put a new paint job on it, like you want to put the new fresh paint job on the car, which would be like the affirmations, the positive self-talk. If you just went and painted over the old paint job, what's going to happen? The paint's going to fucking flake off eventually. Like over time, like weathering in that, it's just going to look like shit. So then the shadow work is like, nope, you fucking strip the paint down, you sand the shit down, you prime it, then you paint over it. So I don't want it to get lost in translation that that's not still part of it. But this is just kind of an introduction to get into how your mind kind of works. It can work to your greatest benefit, or it can be your greatest weakness depending on how you want to use it. So I got to go though, but the coaching's available, the personal training is available, so starting to get a little bit busier with some clients. So if you guys are interested and there's spots still open, please shoot me a message and we'll talk soon. I'll see you guys tomorrow.